Howdy, hi. It is Dear Job Sports WNBA Picks and Predictions for Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. We're looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. Alright, so I will kind of recap the previous day's results, or 2 days ago's results. I made a video talking about this already, along with the WNBA Championship odds. So if you've not seen that and you want to hear me go in depth into these games, you can go check it out. It was posted Sunday night. But I will just read the scores of the games and I'll talk about a few notable things and we'll move on. You had the Liberty beat the Sun 87-78, but the Sun get the cover and the under hits. You had the Dream win 99-83. We lose on the spread, but we hit the over with the Mystics. You had the Fever win at the Seattle Storm 78-84. So we hit the spread at plus 2.5, but we lose on the over 161.5. You had the Mercury win at the Chicago Sky by 16. So we cover the 12.5, but we lose on the over 165.5. Then you had the Valkyries lose to the Aces on the road 77-101. So we lose on their spread, but we win on the over 155.5. We win on two-player props, Sonia Citron over PR 16.5, Gabby Williams over PRA 21.5. We lose on Kelsey Mitchell, points over 19. She went 3 of 16 from the field. So 8-5 on the day. That's a season record of 227 and 214. If you want to hear me break down more, you can go to the previous WNBA video. But for now, we're going to get right on to the 5 games and 2-player props we have for tomorrow. All right, first game we're going to take a look at, it is the Dallas Wings at the New York Liberty. I'm going to take the home team with the Liberty minus 9.5. Dallas Wings, they're taking on a New York team that is 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games. Surely they don't go 0-6 now that they're back at home. They are trying to attempt to cover their first game without Stewie in the lineup. I don't think they're going to get wrecked by Dallas the second time facing them. I'm going to put my faith in Sabrina and John Quell, and then you can throw in Emma Miesemann and Natasha Cloud in there. Dallas, they're 8-21. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 games straight up. Their only win was a home win to this New York Liberty team where they won 92-82. It really wasn't even that close. I think the Wings were up like 30 or 35 at halftime. Then the Liberty made this magical run in the last 6 minutes to get it to like 4 or 5 points. Then it finished at 10. You have Arike Gumbawale listed as questionable for this game. Not sure if she's going to suit up. Also, Maddie Siegrist and Maisha Hines-Allen, both with Q tags on them. So if none of them play, you are going to see a Wings team that is now without Dejanay Carrington as well. She was traded to the Lynx. They do actually pick up Diamond Miller, and they added Carly Samuelson, but I just read a headline about an hour ago. They waived her already. So they traded for her, waived her. She's injured, so it's not like she would have played for the rest of the season anyway. But they did say they're going to help her with recovery and then probably sign her back on next year. So interesting, but they did add Diamond Miller. I actually like Diamond Miller. I think she's very good. Liberty 18-10 on the year. They just ended their 4-game losing streak by beating the Sun on the road by 9 points. Still did not cover though, obviously. They still have Stewie ruled out. She'll be out for like 2 to 3 more weeks. Burke, Sabley, both ruled out. The addition of Miesemann seemed to really help them in terms of size down low against the Sun because they won the rebounding battle. However, Natasha Cloud has been playing very poor basketball. She's going to have to step it up. I think Jonquel Jones has to step it up. Really haven't seen much from her recently. And then Sabrina's going to have to keep on shooting the ball well. But 9.5 is just too low of a number against a Wings team that doesn't play any defense. So give me the Liberty minus the points. Give me the over 174.5. Next game, you have what has to be the worst game of the day. It's the Mystics and the Chicago Sky. The Chicago Sky team, I said, had no hope left in their bodies. They've lost 8 in a row. They are easily the worst team in the WNBA. Do not watch this game. Please don't put any money on it. This is a joke of a game. Injury news-wise, we got a few interesting spots, so we shall get into it. Mystics 13-15. They have lost 2 games in a row. They are 4-9 on the road straight up this year. That's not against the spread. That is just wins versus losses. Their defense, they've been struggling mightily. They've given up 86 plus points in 3 out of their last 4 games. If there were ever a spot to get right defensively against a team, it would be the Chicago Sky. They like to take leads early in the game and they just slowly fade out through the second half. I don't think that's going to happen here against the Sky team. The Sky are horrible. In terms of injury news, they do not have Angel Reese, and then questionable tags are on Ariel Atkins, Michaela Onyenwere, and Haley Van Lith. Like, you simply cannot back the Sky team because they can't shoot it. You have Kia Nurse and Rebecca Allen, along with Rachel Banham and Camila Cardoso leading your team and putting the ball in the hoop. Only one of them can shoot, and Rachel Banham might be the most inconsistent three-point shooter in the league. Give me the Mystics. Give me the under. I don't feel good about it. Please do not put any reasonable amount of cash on this game. Next game we got might be the game of the night, unless you want to say the Fever and the Sparks. Actually, no. Fever and Sparks definitely game of the night. Probably the second best game of the night, even without Nafisa Collier for the Lynx. I think it should be a really close matchup. I'm going to take the Storm at home -1.5. Now, if you were tempted, you can probably wait, and this number might go down. When I first started typing this stuff in, it was Storm -2.5. It's already down a whole point, and that was just about an hour ago. I'm not sure if people don't know Nafisa's hurt and they're just throwing money on the Lynx, but I don't think it's very intelligent to back a Lynx team. This is their first game fully without Nafisa, and they're on the road in Seattle, who have dropped back-to-back home games for the first time, and I can't even remember how long. I think I probably would have laid 3 or 4 here with the Storm. You would have had to give me 5, 6, or 7 points to feel tempted enough to take the Lynx. So I'll take the Storm minus the 1.5 and the over 155.5. Lynx 24-5 on the year. They just molly-whopped the Aces on the road by 53 points. They picked up Dejanay Carrington from the wings, sending over Diamond Miller, who really didn't play at all anyway, and then Carly Samuelson, who was hurt the entire season and would not have touched the court if she did return. They are without Fee. I think they're going to be pretty undersized down low. I don't know what they're going to do lineup-wise in terms of who comes into the starting rotation. Maybe it's Jessica Shepard. Maybe you go small and you just fill Natisha Heineman in. You drop McBride down to the 4, and then you just see how that goes. Not sure how they're going to run it. We'll have to find out, but I don't think they're going to be able to have an answer for Nneka Eze and Dominique Malonga. If the Storm wanted to, they could play all 3 of them at once. You could go zone on defense and then just rock Skylar Diggins, Gabby Williams, Nneka Eze, and Malonga, and that would be a disgusting lineup. Storm, 16-13 on the year. They have dropped back-to-back home games. Again, I've been watching the W for a while. I couldn't tell you the last time it happened, mostly because they've been struggling mightily from deep, and they've been turning the ball over a ton. They're too good of a team to lose 3 home in a row. The Lynx don't have Fee. I really don't see any other way to look at it. You have to take the Storm here. Too good of a team. Lynx don't have the best player. Let's go Storm. Next game we got, this is 100% the game of the night. Indiana Fever, LA Sparks. Give me the Sparks, plus 105 on the money line. Give me the over, 175.5. Very confused as to why the Sparks are catching a 1.5 at home when they're 5-1 in their last 6 games, and in my opinion, look like currently the second best team in the WNBA. Fever still without Caitlin Clark, and they're going to have to mess with LA Sparks' bigs. I don't really see how that's going to go down. Outside shooting goes to the Sparks. Kelsey Mitchell just went 3 of 16 from the field. Now she has to go play in LA in their 3rd road game in a row. Don't know how that one's going to go. The Fever, despite me saying all that, they're 17-12, and they've won 5 in a row. This is their 3rd out of 4 road games on the West Coast in a row. I think we're going to start seeing the tired legs come in here. They've already played the Sparks twice this year. They are 0-2 against them straight up. Not to mention, both of those games were in Indiana. I do not trust them on the road, especially laying a 1.5 without Caitlin. Sparks 12-15 on the year. They just won a really wild road game at the Storm. I think it was 108-106 in double overtime. They were the best offense in the W in the month of July. I think they're going to be the best offense in the month of August. Their starting rotation is gross in a good way. Kelsey Plum, Then you have Alleman, who really doesn't score, but she's good at passing the ball. Then you go Rakia, Derek Hamby, Azrae Stevens. 4 out of those 5 people are lethal from the court, and they're going up against an Indiana Fever team who really don't have many shooters on the squad. You have Kelsey Mitchell, but again, she just went 3 of 16. You have Aaliyah Boston, not a real threat from deep. Natasha Hauer, also not a threat from deep. Sophia Cunningham, questionable. Lexi Hall never plays anymore. Ari McDonald doesn't really seem to look for her shot. I just don't know where the offense is coming from with this Fever team, and the Sparks can easily put up 90 plus. The only thing that scares me, the Sparks are 3-9 at home straight up. I don't know why they suck so much in their own building, but they do. They're going to have to start winning games if they want to make the playoffs. Their next 3 games, they go Fever, Connecticut Sun, Golden State Valkyries. You win these 3, you are 500 on the year. That will most likely be good enough to make the playoffs. Give me the Sparks plus 105. Give me the over 175.5. All right, final game of the day, Connecticut Sun, Phoenix Mercury. I'm going to go with the road squad, who's been covering games left and right recently. Give me the Sun, plus 15. Give me the over, 166.5. The Phoenix Mercury just announced that Satu Sabally will be out indefinitely for personal reasons. I read the entire article with Tibbets. There was never a specific reason mentioned other than personal reasons. So don't know what that entails. They wished her a speedy recovery. Again, no clue what's going on, but they do not have Satu Sabally. So, yeah, give me the Sun, plus 15. Now, the Sun, they're 5-22. Definitely one of the worst teams in the league. But they just split a home series 1-1 against the Liberty, and they covered both of those games. Marina Mabry, been back in the lineup for a while. She's actually looking pretty good defensively. Not that I'm a huge Marina Mabry fan anyway. She is on the ban list for a reason. But her defense is looking solid. She's liable to shoot 20 shots a game if she wants to and go for 30 points. Rookie Anissa Morrow playing really well. You also have Sanaya Rivers. Hasn't been playing as well as Morrow, but she's been all right. Your center is obviously shored up with Tina Charles down low. And then you got Bria Hartley, the UConn grad, playing very good at point guard. So overall, this team's just kind of kicking ass. Then you have Nelson Adoda off the bench. They're better than the 5-22 record. I think they just, I don't know what was going on the first month and a half of the season, but they should probably be like a 10-win team when it's all said and done. Mercury, 17-11 on the year. They just barely covered their spread against the Sky. They won by 16 points, and the Sky didn't have Angel Reese or Ariel Atkins. That's really not that impressive. Their previous 2 games before that, they lost to the Dream and the Fever, giving up 95 and 107 points. There is no chance I am laying over 2 touchdowns with the Mercury at home without Satu Sabally. No thanks. Give me the Sun and give me the over. All right, final thing we got here, it is the player props. I did just say I am picking the opposite side of the Mercury, but that does not matter when it comes to player props. Give me Alyssa Thomas, PRA, over 35.5. No Satu Sabally on the court. It is going to be, the entire offense is Alyssa Thomas. Every single offensive set is running through her. If you haven't watched them play, every single three-pointer they make is off of an AT assist. They just run a high-screen pick and roll with AT and whoever wants to shoot the ball from top, and she gets the assist if it goes in. Sabally normally gets 12 to 13 shots a game. Those are going to be distributed throughout the team. AT's probably going to get 4 or 5 of those. They have been gradually boosting her PRA number up. I think if you recall, like 2 weeks ago, we would get it 30.5, 31.5. It's now 34.5 with the injury, and it's still not high enough. Give me AT PRA over 35.5 or 34.5. Next one and final one. There's too many just large spreads on today's slate. I couldn't find anyone I really liked to back. But give me Rakia Jackson. Points over 13.5. She's been hooping. The Fever, they don't have the size in the 3 spot to guard her. I mean, looking at the Fever rotation, you go McDonald, very small. Kelsey Mitchell, not really small, but smaller than Rakia. Sophia Cunningham doesn't play defense. And then down low, she ain't going to get down low. She's pulling up in the mid-range or she's taking a 3. So you got Sophie guarding her, or you have a combination of Mitchell and McDonald. That's not going to work. Rakia is too good. She'll find her spot. She'll get her shots up. She's hit this number in 7 out of her last 9 games, and she's coming off of a 27-point performance at Seattle. This is way too low. Give me the over 13.5 points. All right, that is going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.